What if I told you that the lottery numbers, the person you bumped into at the coffee shop, and even your sudden craving for pizza at midnight aren't random at all? Imagine waking up tomorrow with the ability to see the hidden patterns threading through every seemingly chaotic moment of your life. Welcome to a world where randomness is just an illusion you've finally learned to see through. At first glance, this superpower seems like winning the ultimate lottery. You'd spot patterns in stock markets, predict traffic flows, and know exactly when your boss is about to walk by your desk. Financial markets would become readable like sheet music. You'd see the rhythm in price fluctuations that others call volatile. Professional poker players and day traders already chase these patterns, but you'd actually see them glowing like neon signs in the dark. But here's where things get weird. Within months, the surprise birthday party becomes impossible. You'd see the pattern in your friend's behavior, the unusual text message frequency, the suspicious calendar gaps. Every mystery novel becomes predictable by page 10. You'd recognize the narrative pattern before the author reveals it. Romance loses its spark when you can predict your partner's actions based on microscopic behavioral cues. The butterflies in your stomach die when spontaneity becomes an extinct species. Now consider the darker implications. Insurance companies would pay fortunes for your ability. They'd want you identifying health patterns in customer data, predicting who will file claims before symptoms even appear. You'd become a human algorithm, sorting people into risk categories. The ethical weight would crush you. Do you tell someone you've spotted a pattern suggesting their marriage will fail? That their business venture follows a trajectory you've seen collapse 100 times? Society would fracture into two classes, pattern seers and the pattern blind. It's not just about wealth anymore. Seers would optimize every interaction, every decision, every relationship. They'd cluster together, their conversations operating on a level others couldn't comprehend. Meanwhile, the pattern blind would struggle in a world increasingly designed by those who see the hidden architecture of reality. We think the digital divide is challenging. This would make it look trivial. Here's a consequence nobody sees coming. The entertainment industry would collapse. Movies, sports, games, all of them rely on uncertainty and surprise. When you can see the pattern in a quarterback's throwing tendency or predict plot twists from opening credits, entertainment becomes homework. Stadiums would empty, streaming services would panic. But then something fascinating would emerge. Chaos clubs. Exclusive venues where wealthy seers would pay premium prices to experience genuine randomness. Quantum random number generators would create truly unpredictable events. Chaos would become the ultimate luxury, the new caviar. The scientific revolution would be extraordinary yet troubling. Medical researchers would spot disease patterns years before outbreaks. Climate scientists would see planetary patterns invisible to current models. But here's the catch. Seeing patterns doesn't mean understanding them. You know that certain social media behaviors predict political upheaval, but not why. Pattern recognition without comprehension creates a new kind of ignorance, more dangerous because it feels like knowledge. Your relationships would transform in unexpected ways. Small talk dies when you see conversational patterns leading nowhere. You'd become impatient with people following predictable scripts, but worse, you'd see the patterns in your own behavior. Free will would feel like a comforting myth. Every choice you make would appear as an inevitable consequence of prior patterns. The existential crisis would be profound. Are you choosing or just following your pattern? Some seers would develop a new mental condition, pattern psychosis. They'd see patterns everywhere, even in genuinely random noise. Their brains would become overfitted, connecting dots that shouldn't connect. Others would suffer from decision paralysis. When you see too many patterns, too many possible futures branching from each choice, how do you pick one? Analysis paralysis would become a clinical epidemic. The most ironic consequence, innovation would slow down. Breakthrough discoveries often come from serendipity, from unexpected collisions of unrelated ideas. When you see all the patterns, you stay within them. You optimize existing paths rather than stumbling onto new ones. The pattern blind, still capable of genuine surprise and random exploration, might become humanity's secret weapon for creative breakthroughs. So you've gained the ability to see hidden patterns in chaos. You've lost surprise, spontaneity, and perhaps free will itself. You've created a new social hierarchy and transformed entertainment into a luxury commodity. You've revolutionized science while potentially stalling innovation. Here's the final question that should keep you up at night. If you could see the pattern that predicts whether gaining this ability would ultimately benefit or destroy humanity, would you want to look?